All right, welcome to the reflection video for the Minnesota episode. Really fun episode for me. I got to visit a good friend, Joe Larson. I want to thank him again for being willing to put up with my interview and kind of have him go into the office on a Saturday. That's asking a lot, so I appreciate it, Joe. Okay, I did have some questions to answer. Had some questions asked about the video. The first was from Trevor. He said, we talked about the mills at the end of the video. Trevor asked, how did mills impact the city then and today? And what I would tell you, Trevor, is that it seems like the mills were hugely important in building, probably most important historically, the population and the economy of Minneapolis. I found a stat they have a Mill City Museum today, that in 1870 the city's population was 13,000. Okay, with the coming of the mills, 20 years later, it had grown to nearly 165,000. And I think that shows you the growth that comes from one major or two major industries in a city. What I was kind of thinking about was kind of like Omaha. Omaha grew up around the railroad in 1862, or 1863, but then also the stockyard industry when it came, because you can have the stockyard industry in Omaha, but then along with that you need a brick industry. You need all of the social services that come with providing for a huge workforce. Same thing in Minneapolis with the mills. Okay, Frank N asked what is the name of the building that Joe worked in. It's called the Capella Tower. And then Olivia M asked how tall is the building? The building is 776 feet tall, and Joe works for PricewaterhouseCoopers. It's an accounting firm in Minneapolis, and it's nationwide. It's one of the larger accounting firms in the country. All right, let's do some points then. So our correct guessers of the state. Now we've got some teachers, we've got some adults, but we got some students also guessing. So we're going to kind of change that up a little bit in that everyone still gets points, but I'm going to do points up to 3 students who have answered. So if staff or if adults or anybody else involved in this have answered, we're going to go up to when 3 students have guessed correct. So that means that Maggie H, Spencer W, and Olivia M are our 3 student guessers. But then before we got 3 student guessers, Trevor, Jenna, and Mr. Moore all get 3 points for guessing the correct city or in state. Those that answered the question correct, same format there, was Lily K, Jenna K, Trevor R, and then Cassie B was our last correct guess there. The answer to the question about the mills was General Mills and Pillsbury Company were both started in Minneapolis and have since merged into General Mills. And then those that asked questions that got answered were Trevor R, Frank N, and Olivia H. You all got 4 points. And we also had some special points from this episode. Natalie B suggested that I put together a playlist and make it available on the YouTube channel, through a YouTube playlist on the YouTube channel, for all the music that we have or that I use in the videos. I thought that was a really good idea. We're going to include that. It's a completely new addition to the project. I thought that was really cool. So that's going to be 10 points for Natalie for coming up with a whole new thing for the project. Okay, with all of that in mind, let's hear the leaderboard now, because we've had some huge shakeups. In first place is Trevor R with 19 points. Okay, Trevor earned buku points on that episode. He guessed the correct place that I would be. He answered the question right, and he asked me a good question. In second place now we've got Julian C and Natalie B. In third place we've got Jenna K, who's sitting at 9 points, and she is tied with Maggie H, who has 9 points. In fourth place we've got Mason M, Lily K, and Cassie B, who all have 6 points. And then from there we go down to, wait a minute, it got out of order there. Fourth place we've got Frank N and Olivia M, who have 7 points. Then we go to Mason M, Lily K, and Cassie B, who have 6 points. And then a huge variety of people, Mackenzie, Cheyenne, Spencer, Jenna, and Mr. Moore, who all have 3 points. Okay, so that's the current leaderboard. Stay posted. I think this evening I'm going to post the preview video for the next state, and we'll move forward with the project. Thanks for watching. See you shortly.